Hi, and welcome back to another edition of Let's Talk Ghosts.
Hello.
Today we are tackling the Dead Files. Now, this is not just the Dead Files in general. This is the crossover now from Amy, who is now gone, Cindy Kesha, who's taken over.
Yeah.
So, let me talk first by saying I loved the Dead Files when it first came on. Truly, I did. Because it was different.
Yeah.
It was a different way of investigating, and I really liked that. But as the episodes grew on, it came away from hauntings and stuff into weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know, not just
aliens.
not just elementals and whatever, but things that people manifested themselves, and you know, things that were hanging on the ceiling and tentacles coming down. Like, it just became too weird for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've not heard too many mediums talking about this kind of stuff. So I started thinking, nah, I don't know. I know lots of people love Amy Allen, and I believe she is a talented medium.
Yeah.
But I also wonder if she was getting tired of being forced to perform towards the end, where you have to make up stuff and you have to have stuff going on. So, you know, she has retired from television for now. My understanding is she's working in a wellness center where she's doing like Reiki and stuff like that. And she's good. She's happy. She's feeling better. I think her energies had been really depleted over the last few seasons. And that's a lot of, I think, being forced to perform. So now Cindy Kesha has taken over, which I was kind of interested in the beginning because I'm thinking, oh my God, how's it going to be? I love Cindy.
Yeah.
The very first episode they did at the end of last season where she was introduced was good. They kept it the same format. And even now, the first season or the first episode in this, it isn't even a new season. It's season 15 or whatever it is, episode 7 or something, whatever. But it's kind of like her first real episode.
Yeah.
So they've kept the same format, so it's very familiar to previous people. Yeah. They go and she does her walk through while Steve goes and does his background police investigation and interviews. So the one that we're talking about today is the Butcher.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah, and Cindy was just bang on.
She always is.
And, you know, and that was so good.
Yeah.
You know.
I know you lost interest in the Dead Files long before I did.
Yeah. You know, you just, I shouldn't say I don't believe in it, but I don't believe that everything's elemental. You know, it's like Zach and everything's demon, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Sometimes it's a pure and simple haunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes not. I mean, there's certainly elemental things that go on. I do believe there are elementals.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they're as prevalent as that show was stating.
Mm-hmm.
So she did her walkthrough. She picked up on a lot of stuff. She didn't know what she was picking up on at first because they do go in not knowing the history and everything. Yeah. They just kind of know where they are, and that's it. And I think that's important. It's important not to feed the medium too much.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
She
doesn't like knowing.
You know, and it takes away from the investigation.
Mm-hmm. And they did the same thing, so they did the same format, right down to the same. She sits down with an artist and they draw whatever it is she sees.
I'm surprised that they do that because she's a talented artist.
She's an artist herself, yeah. Chris Fleming is an amazing artist.
Yeah. Well,
have you seen some of his stuff?
Yeah.
He's very good. He sells it on Etsy in case anybody cares. But anyway, he's really good, and I love some of his angel drawings. He does some really creepy stuff too, but he's very talented. I like him. But yeah, Cindy does a lot of her own kind of sketches and stuff that she's done in the past, but now she's sticking with the format where she sits down with an actual artist who sketches out what she's done, what she says. And she says the same thing. Yes, that's what I saw. Is this what you saw? Yes, that's what I saw. So sticking with the format. And then they sit down and discuss, just like before. This one was basically the younger woman. It's a family of 3, older adult daughter, husband and wife. And the wife is she's a romance writer, and she writes, like kind of romance. She didn't really say, but she writes romance novels, and she's a professional romance novelist, so that's what she does. And she was not able to sleep in her room. She had to, she'd go upstairs and, I guess wait till hubby went to sleep or whatever, and then she would go downstairs and sleep on the sofa, because in her room, she was being targeted for something. She'd be scratched, she'd be whatever. And I don't know why she never had any issues sleeping in the basement, like in the living room, but she had these troubles upstairs. That didn't make sense to me, but maybe they explained it, but I didn't catch it. But the daughter, she was really targeted, and it turned out that she's either medium or very, very sensitive. And so this butcher, this serial killer, was being drawn to her, and he would be saying things like, "She's mine." Oh, yeah. So that's kind of creepy when a dead serial killer is attracted to you. Mm-hmm. I'd be a little nervous too. So yeah, it was really good. They determined that one of the spirits in the house was her deceased grandfather, the romance writer's deceased grandfather. And he was there keeping an eye out and I guess trying to keep them safe, but obviously not doing a very effective job if the serial killer was probably stronger than he was. So at the very end, they do her recommendations. And at the end, when Amy was there, they actually had a team that they would send in. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Or maybe you stopped watching it then. What they would do in the beginning was make recommendations. This is what you need to do, and this is what you need to do. Further in, they actually created a team. They would have a Reiki master and a medium and whatever, and the team would go in and help cleanse and whatever they had to do. But now we're back to the basic thing. So it must have been Amy's team, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or at least people she knew.
Yeah.
So now we're back to the very basics where she, is back to, you need to find this kind of a medium, that kind of a medium. And at the very end, it says they're looking for the right people and, activity continues. So yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I really like the difference. I like seeing the two investigations happening simultaneously but apart, and then seeing how they dovetail together.
Well, I like that she picked up right away on an old man sitting on the porch.
Smoking a cigar. Yeah.
And
because grandfather smoked a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as she's walking in, she saw him, and she wasn't afraid of him, so there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. And I'll continue to watch it until it gets...
Unless something changes and Cindy goes off the deep end and starts seeing spots that grow tails.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's the odd time where stuff like that's going to happen. Yeah. And with Amy, some of the sites they went to, there was always Indians, ancient Indians, guarding their land or mad or whatever. Yeah. And I'm sure there's still some of that out there. But again, it's not every single episode. Come on. You have some respect for the intelligence of your viewers.
Yeah.
So, again, I do believe a lot of it is having to come up with content every time. Yeah. I mean, how many times have we gone to investigations where there's nothing going on? There's no explanation.
Yeah.
But for TV, you gotta come up with an investigation. You gotta come up with something for the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dead Files, new with Steve and Cindy. Watch it, it's good.
Yeah, it's very good. And production's the same, they're not throwing anything new at you.
No, it's just
going back.
Yeah, just back to the beginning, back to the roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it, and I would be happy to watch some more, see what's going on. Yeah. But if it starts going crazy, I'll stop again. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoy it'll be nice to watch the beginnings of that relationship between the two of them. Yeah. Because I know that Steve was a little nervous about working with a new person because he'd been with Amy for a long time. I'm sure they got to be really good friends. Yeah. And so now, new person, so new partner. Your partner. Anyway, that's it for that one. Hang on tight. We'll be with you in a minute for the next one. Okay, so the second thing for today that we're going to talk about is something that we watched quite some time back and we just recently rewatched. And that is on the Discovery Channel, Discovery app, Conjuring Kesha. Now, I've seen several of the episodes. We're only going to be reviewing the first episode today.
Because that's
it's probably the best one. But the first episode is called Not Today, Satan. Now, the way, as far as I can see, she only had 6 episodes. So one season, and I don't think it was picked up again. Thankfully.
Oh.
So this one is at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Now, she says in her opening that she's always been interested in the paranormal, and when she's not performing on stage, she's investigating, which is the biggest pile of shit we've heard. Okay, you know how I dislike Yvette Fielding from Most Haunted? Yeah. So this chick reminds me of a presenter. So that's like the presenter from Most Haunted, Yvette, the presenter from Haunted Scotland, I forget her name now. She's the presenter, and she's useless.
Yeah.
She's nothing. She knows nothing about paranormal investigation other than what she has seen on TV. That's it.
Yeah.
But she's pretending she knows it all. She wants to become famous in the paranormal world. She jumped on the paranormal bandwagon, basically. Yeah. Anyway, so she apparently takes a different celebrity with her to every investigation. This particular one is Whitney Cummings, who is a comedian and a producer. She's actually very good. She's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I've seen her, what show? I forget what show it was.
She had
but she's good.
Show Whitney.
Oh, it was called Whitney. Yeah. It was, yeah. So she's very funny and everything. And of the two in this episode, she was the most credible.
Yeah.
Anyway, the series opening, first of all, it was very, very well put together. Obviously, professional production. Yeah. They did a very good background, very good history. They talked to a previous correctional officer, the 2 female owners of the site who have done investigating.
And got gifted it.
Yeah. It was originally their family member, and it was kind of returned back to them. In 2009, when the prison closed down, I didn't realize it had closed down not that long ago.
Yeah.
So
that's what I liked about the show. That's why I thought was going to have so much promise until she started talking.
Till she started air quotes investigating.
Yeah. Like she's like, I've heard all sorts of things about her. She drinks her own piss and...
Well, she's just...
Well, and maybe she did, but she's...
Yeah, the questions she's asking, really, like, when she's asking during the history, it just proves that she knows absolutely nothing about the paranormal. And she's just pretending she does. She knows nothing.
Yeah.
So they start out, they do a little bit... And then suddenly she's scared and they're done for the day.
Yeah.
Like, really? Oh, God. Okay. What a waste of money this show is. Anyway, they go back for day 2. And this time they bring Michael Salnero, who is a demonologist. And he's well known in the field.
Bishop. Catholic bishop.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not the bishop. He's just a demonologist.
Oh, I thought it was... Okay, whatever.
No, he's not the one that you're thinking of. This guy's just a demonologist. And we've seen him on many shows where he's doing demonology.
Well, he works with Mike Chippy.
Yeah.
Steve Chippy.
Yeah, Steve Chippy. Yeah. And I've seen him on a few other shows too.
And
but he's very good. Whitney seems to be more aware of what the paranormal is.
Yeah.
And then
she
seems quite weird. But then they're talking to Michael in that little kind of briefing area. And after he tells them about demons and stuff, Kesha goes, "What the fuck are we doing?" Well, honey,
it's your show.
It's your show. You should know what you're doing and what you were getting into. Oh, we're just going to go investigate this prison for today and make some money. And that'll be so much fun. So after that, which was hilarious, they go to the old hospital site, which I think where they spend most of their time. And again, she leaves early because Kesha's too scared. And she's, I don't usually shy away from things that scare me. Really?
Yeah.
Could have proved that by me, honey.
Yeah.
And then they go back again together as a pair. There's a few things that had happened in the meantime. Whitney is talking to a spirit.
And I believe it was an evil spirit.
Yeah.
Because it had her, brought her
right to the brink of being possessed, I think.
Yeah.
She could have been.
Yeah. And, and luckily for, they had Michael there to pull them out.
Yeah.
Because
it was good.
She was
buying into the whole story of this poor transgendered little ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's stuck there and he can't get out.
And she actually had a tear in her eye.
Yeah, she was.
And that's when
he said, "Oh no. Get her out of there. Get her out of there."
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good. So after this, they go back to that room again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're doing in there, but one of the producers. You can clearly tell they're directing Kesha, telling her how to investigate. Yeah. Because she says, take the SLS. If someone's there, it'll show it. So she doesn't even know how to use the freaking equipment. Yeah. Not to mention they'd have the bedazzled REM pod.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I just felt like this show... yeah. And so they've got all that going on. And then Kesha she gets scared and she leaves. She leaves Whitney alone.
Yeah.
Takes off. And as she's walking through the courtyard, she's basically saying, screw you, ghost. Oh, like she's all big and brave as she leaves.
Yeah.
I really found that show wasn't about hunting the ghosts or anything. It was about her.
Yeah.
Her fashion show. She's wearing all these, the second day she's got this beautiful suede coat with all these fringes and a cowboy hat and everything. Like, really? You're going into a derelict place, but you're going to dress in, $1,000 jacket.
And I think, watching from the beginning, like when Whitney got grabbed.
Yeah, the very beginning.
That set it off for her.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, anything that happens at the very beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just felt it was all about Kesha and her fashion show. And she's showing her cleavage. She's got her makeup on, like really bright makeup. Like, really? You're investigating in the dark and stuff. Like, no, it's not supposed to be about you.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Like, and then that episode where she goes, I'm so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, shut up.
It's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I believe this place has become a breeding ground for demons.
Yeah, well.
How would she know?
Yeah, how the fuck would she know? She wouldn't, every time she got scared of the fucking room.
Oh, I know.
And Whitney is like, no, fuck, I'm going to stay and find out what goes on.
I think Whitney would be...
She should have her own show.
I know, she's a better investigator and she's brand new at it.
She's got balls.
Yeah, she's got balls.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You want to watch Scooby-Doo with a dumb Kesha dog?
Honest to God, I've only seen, I think, 3 episodes because it just kept getting worse.
Yeah.
Worse and worse and worse. And Kesha was getting stupider and stupider and stupider.
Yeah.
So I just, I lost it. I don't know who this guest was. But it doesn't really matter. Like, they're all, like,
no.
She just got worse.
No.
So if you like Kesha, by all means, watch it. I was never a fan of her to begin with, but I happen to be a paranormal enthusiast, so I was happy to take a look and see what she could come up with. But she really, to me, is just one of those people that jumped on the paranormal bandwagon trying to make a buck.
Make $1. Yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong with that.
But do it right.
Do it right, and don't be fucking afraid of everything. Oh, did you hear that? This is a growl. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Really? Did you really hear a growl, or did you hear a creak or a groan or something?
Yeah.
Everybody likes to call everything a growl, and it isn't always a growl. It frustrates me when people like this come on, make a show, and make the rest of us look bad.
Yeah.
This is not paranormal investigating. This is entertainment for TV. And let me tell you, it ain't that good of entertainment.
No.
So, one good show today. Dead Files is good. Carry on. We're happy to watch it.
Yeah.
Conjuring Kesha, no. It's just not worth my time or energy. No. That's an hour I'm not going to get back.
Yeah.
So,
but Whitney was really good.
That is why we chose to do the first one, because it was the best one.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks. Another dastardly edition of Let's Talk Ghosts.
Yes.
Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you have anything that you would like us to review, we're happy to do so.
Yeah.
We try to do anything an hour and under because my attention span isn't that great when it's a bad investigation.
Yeah.
Or even a mediocre one. I'd prefer to... I don't think it's necessary to put 2 or 3 hour investigations up on the YouTube and stuff. To me, edit it properly and you can edit out a lot of the crap.
Yeah.
But they like to do that, so...
Yeah. Everything is a demon.
Oh, God, everything's... That's true. We were looking through, trying to find something to watch, and everything that we were seeing on YouTube had demon in the title.
Yeah.
Demon, 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 demon.
Not everything is a demon.
No. Okay. Don't get us going again.
Yeah.
So that's it for today. Dead Files and Conjuring Kesha. Have a good afternoon, folks.
Good afternoon. Happy hunting.
Happy haunting. Bye now.